Welcome back to the Local Sports Report. Wiley Baker with you here, and so excited, as I mentioned, to have a gentleman. I can't believe I'm good for a couple of 100-yard dashes, maybe a relay mixed in, but we are here with the man who has gone from the north to the south, and he is running the coast for a cure. Al DeCesaris, also known Al DeCesaris. So which do you prefer there, Alan? First of all, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on WNAV's Local Sports Report.
Well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be here.
I know you are good friends with Anna Hoffman, so you tell me, what do you prefer? DeCesaris or DeCesaris?
You can call me Al.
Okay.
How's that?
There you go. The old Paul Simon song. Gotta love it. Oh, that brings back great memories. So, but no matter which way you look at it, Al, you have done something super special. Talk to us, first of all, a little bit about why you ran the distance you did. Where did you start? Where did you finish? Talk to us a little bit about running the coast for a cure.
Sure. I wanted to do something outside of the box, something eye-opening to catch people's attention and make people stand up and ask, why is this guy doing this? My niece has a rare disease called Sturge-Weber Syndrome. It doesn't, a lot of people don't know about it. Medical funding is really hard to come by. And my family and I, for the last 10 years, have been working hard to create awareness and raise funds for medical research. My thought was, with the run, it would be a great way to get people, as I mentioned, asking questions. And it would give me the opportunity to spread the word about Sturge-Weber syndrome. And obviously, with the run, trying to inspire people to get up and join us in the fight against this deadly disease, and do everything that we could to fund the medical research. And the best, one of the best centers in the country for this is right here in Baltimore at Kennedy Krieger. So we've been raising funds for them for the last 10 years, raised over $1 million, I'm proud to say, and the doctors there have made some incredible advancements, and just a few years discovered the cause of Sturge-Weber syndrome. So we're really in a good place. We're moving forward, and some really great work is being done.
Which is a neurological disease. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it presents with many of the children that are born with it with a port wine stain on the face of the kids affected. Not every child has the port wine stain, but most do. That's one of the telltale signs. For my niece, she was born with a bilateral port wine stain, so on half of her face, and also on the side where she has the port wine stain, she has glaucoma in that eye. Unfortunately, the most severe aspect of it is the neurological problems that go along with it. So my niece and many of these children are susceptible to very intense seizures, stroke-like episodes, which can lead to anything from migraines, learning disabilities, to mental retardation, and in some cases, paralysis and even death.
Al, is this something that the children are born with, or once you've been born, is this something you can develop?
No, it's congenital. So these children are born with this. In 2013, as I mentioned, the doctors, specifically two at Kennedy Krieger, were part of the team. They discovered the cause, and it is essentially a genetic mutation that occurs during pregnancy. They, obviously they've identified the gene. Now they know the cause, so there's really great hope for targeted treatment, and possibly within the next decade, even a cure.
Wow, that is fabulous. I mean, we have so many diseases where we keep trying to raise those funds to where, the cure is coming, and this one we know there actually is a cure that we can see in our livable future. That's right, and that's the exciting part about it. So, we've been working hard to raise funds, and our support network and people who have come out to the events we've hosted and obviously supported my run, and I did a bike ride before. We can say to them, this hard work that you're putting forth, this team effort that we're doing collectively, is really paying off, and we have real hope for a cure, and it's within reach. And this is all about your niece Jenna, and this is what ignited you. Jenna's my inspiration. Jenna is 11 years old now, so as I mentioned, we started doing this not long after she was born, and she's inspired my entire family. My sister is really the driving force, and she's led the way, and I've kind of just followed her lead, and I'm trying to
play the part here as the younger brother trying to support his older sister, and obviously my niece, who I love dearly.
Oh, very good. Well, tell us about the run. Again, I was a short distance runner, to say the least. Ran a few relays when I ran track and field at Old Mill High School. But we're talking about you're going from the very northern area of the United States' East Coast down to all the way down to the south part. Talk to us about that.
Well, I started in a little seaside town called Lubec, Maine, and obviously I wanted to have a setting on the water. I love the lighthouses of the Northeast, and I wanted to start in a scenic place. I said to people, there'll at least be one good picture where I look happy and healthy with a good-looking backdrop, because once I start and I'm running close to a marathon a day, who knows what I'll look like.
How close was that to Canada?
Oh, I was right. Yeah, essentially right on the other side of the water was Canada.
No.
I was probably the town of Lubec is a border town. So
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's beautiful land up there. Maine was one of my favorite states to run through. It seemed to take forever to get out of Maine, but. But I try to average about 22, 23 miles a day was my goal, and I ran 86 of 93 days. So the journey took just about 3 months, and I took, I try to run about 10 or 11 days, and then I would take a rest day. So that's how I tried to do it, but sometimes the body forced me to do other things. I suffered a number of injuries, and I had to manage those. It wasn't the prettiest of runs, I'll tell you that. It wasn't the fastest pace, but I did manage to get in my.
You did it.
I managed to get in my miles every day, and I was quite proud of it. I had a lot of support and help along the way, which was wonderful.
Wow, fantastic. Now tell us, as you had your stops, obviously you didn't stop at every Hampton or Marriott on your way down. Talk to us a little bit about your stops.
Well, it was great. I had people that, friends and family along the way, but really, especially in certain areas in New England, I didn't have a lot of contacts. In certain states in the South, we didn't have a lot of contacts. So we had people, believe it or not, that heard about what I was doing. They were also some friends and family of people that we know. So a friend of a friend, or actually one of our next guests' relatives hosted me for a few days. So people were just coming to my aid. They'd hear what I was doing, offered to house me. People were feeding me. It was wonderful. Anytime anybody offered me an opportunity to come into their home and for me to share the story, tell them about my niece Jenna, tell them about Sturge-Weber Syndrome, I jumped at the opportunity. Obviously, also, I needed places to stay. So it worked out really well. Some really fantastic people. I met the most supportive and loving people along the way that really helped me get through it.
Well, we're going to mention this again in just a little bit, but where can people get this book? Now, I'm not a huge reader after I get out of college, but I can tell you, when Anna put this book in my hand, I'm going to be reading this book because I am so excited. What a great shot of you on the front. You are so fit. I can't even, wow, you look fabulous. To tell everybody, where can they get this book, Running the Coast for a Cure by DeCesaris?
The book is available on Amazon.com, and the book chronicles my run. So what I did is I took copious notes as I did my run, the people I met, the things I saw, the things I experienced, and it's the good, bad, and the ugly. It's in there. It's very candid, but I wanted people to feel, to be able to share in this experience with me. So I've just published the book. It's on Amazon, and I encourage everybody to take a look, because all of the money that we're raising from book sales is going directly to medical research.
Wow. Fantastic. Well, we're going to talk with you more, Al, for sure. We're going to have another Al on the line in just a moment from the Northern Virginia area, and we'll have Alan Faneca on the line in just a moment. Yes, the offensive lineman from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coming up next on the Local Sports Report as we talk about Al DeCesaris' book, Running the Coast for a Cure, to cure Sturge-Weber Syndrome. On 1430 WNAV, powered by Buffalo Wild Wings Annapolis.